Hello and welcome to episode number 58 of Girlstreamers. Girlstreamers is a podcast bringing you the girl streamers that you know and love. Girlstreamers is a community that supports and promotes girls that stream. We are a bi-weekly podcast and we'll be introducing you to some amazing girl gamers and allow you, the viewer, to get to know some of your favorite streamers. My name is Nymphadora, and I will be your host during this interview, and with me tonight is Imkaylamarie, aka Kayla. Today, if there is time at the end, we will take questions from the audience in the channel. Remember, this is a live podcast, but we will also be available for download on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. What's up, Kayla? Now that we're live, how you doing?
I am doing good. How are you?
Yeah. For those of you who watch on YouTube, I don't have a green screen behind me anymore because I'm living in a motel. So, that's how I'm doing. So,
Yeah.
how's your week been?
It's been good. I've been busy getting ready for TwitchCon this week.
Yeah.
Making sure all of my flights and hotels are booked because that's important to have a place to stay.
Right.
Haven't packed yet, but I'll pack probably Wednesday night before I leave.
My stuff's already packed, so I'm good on that go.
Yeah. But yeah, just been kind of the normal grind. Getting it for TwitchCon. My birthday's coming up, so I've been getting ready for that. I'm not going to do anything, I don't think, but planning for school starting again in January, and got a new desk. That's exciting. This desk that I'm at is brand new. So.
I'm not gonna lie, having a nice new desk, a good, a big desk that can hold everything is so satisfying. It is so
really
satisfying.
Is.
I
got this as a birthday present, and it's
nice.
There's a whole extra desk over here because it's a corner desk.
Oh.
And I'm like, it's so big.
You
can. I was working on the table.
I would love a corner desk so much. Because they're nice to be able to just go over here and write something down and.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes. Well, happy early birthday to you. So you get to celebrate your birthday at TwitchCon then.
I do.
That is exciting. That is super exciting. So, for those of you that don't know, Girlstreamers management will also be at TwitchCon. Myself, Imkaylamaire, Carice, and Miss DJM. Unfortunately, Dead Mannequin, our overlord, could not make it, but we will all be there, and so we are looking forward to seeing you ladies, especially those of you who have been on podcast. I'd like to meet y'all in person. Yeah, I'm excited. So what, do you know what day you're gonna be, what day you're coming in?
I am landing Thursday evening.
Oh, okay,
so,
okay.
Yeah, my flight I think lands at 6:30 on Thursday evening. So.
Yeah, one of my roommates, she went through some crap and unfortunately ended up having to not be able to go, but we were like, no, you're going because you've had a really shitty year. And so me and Imkaylamaire did a stream to raise money for Ashley Overboard to go with us. And so, she finally, we hit our goal, which was awesome. And she got her flight. She has a 12-hour layover in Denver. Because that's all that was left. I feel it was so bad. But at least Miss Drew lives there, who she used to be a girl streamer, but she stopped streaming. So she's taking the day off and hanging out with Ashley, so Ashley doesn't have to sit at the airport all by herself.
That's good at least.
Oh my god. Yeah, so sorry, my husband, it's really hard to do the podcast when you're in the same room with your husband.
No.
And he doesn't have anything to do on his own. Like, his computer's up, but he doesn't get the good internet. I do. So he has the free internet. So, I'm sure that I know the answer to this question, but how'd you come up with your screen name?
It is my name. First and middle. It's very simple. The regular Imkaylamarie was obviously taken, and so I was trying to find something that could incorporate it, but it wasn't like too long or like I didn't want any like weird underscores or like weird abbreviations in it. And someone was like, "How about Imkaylamarie?" And I was like,
I'm surprised you're able to get that one, to be honest.
Me too. I actually am finally like branded that on everything.
Yeah.
Twitter was a time because someone else had it for a while who hadn't tweeted in like 4 years. And so I had Imkaylamarie, but I made the L a capital I. So it looks like it. But like tweeting it was a hassle because, and then finally, one of my friends reached out to her on Facebook. We tracked her down on Facebook.
Nice.
And she was like, "Hey, my friend uses that like brand for everything. Can she have it?" And she was like, "Of course."
That's awesome.
So that happened in like July. So I finally have it on Twitter, and I'm so happy about it because it makes like giving up people so much easier.
Yeah. Oh, I totally understand. Martian Cat was on the podcast a couple podcasts ago, and that she has that issue. She has Martian Cat _ on Twitter because Twitter is the only one that she can't get her name, and the people who have her name don't use it, and when she reached out, she doesn't get any response. Yeah. I know so many people who have that problem, and I'm just like, if they don't tweet in like 2 years, you should be able to go to Twitter and say, "Look, I need this for branding purposes. Can you please just get rid of this account?" Right? Like, I feel
exactly.
If they haven't tweeted in 2 years or more, they're not going to tweet.
Yeah.
It's not being used.
They're gone. They're not coming back.
Right. So, what area are you flying from?
I am in Austin, Texas.
Oh, okay. So you're not having to fly too far then.
No, it's about like 3 hours 50 minutes, I think, going there.
Oh, that's not bad. Nice.
Yeah, it's about what it takes to fly home for like Christmas and all that. So.
Yeah. Where's home for you, if I can ask?
Yeah. Well, I mean, home is Austin technically, but my parents are on the East Coast in Virginia.
Oh, okay. I've lived in Virginia before. I lived in Virginia one summer because I had an internship at a theater up there. Yeah. We were talking about theater at the beginning, in the earlier. So, what is the first game that you played that got you into the gaming world? Like, what is your game that got you hooked?
The first game that I ever played was the original Halo. When it came out, I was 6 years old.
Wow. What? Are you serious?
Yeah. Well, I didn't really play it. I mean, I played it. Basically, that Christmas 2001 when the first Xbox launched, we, and by we I mean my mom, because I had no money because I was 6, got it as a present for my dad for Christmas, and we got Halo with it because I think it was probably bundled with it. Maybe, I don't remember, but and obviously he loved it, and I was like, this looks so cool, but with it being rated M, my parents were like, I don't think that you should be playing this game.
You're like, it's okay, Mom. I'm 6 years old. I'm mature enough.
So, for a while, because it had that, split screen local multiplayer.
Yeah.
And so, for a while, what me and my dad and my brother eventually joined us as well would do is we would go into like a 2 or 3 person local custom multiplayer match, usually in Blood Gulch was kind of our go-to map, and we would just like make up games that weren't violence based. So it'd be a lot of like vehicle racing and just like messing around in the map, not actually like doing any killing. And then as I grew older, my dad let me play the campaign with him. So we did the co-op campaign together. And then by the time, Xbox Live kind of came around, I was kind of at that age where I could grasp like violence and stuff, and was more, I mean, I wasn't older by much, but I was kind of allowed to play multiplayer and stuff as long as parents were present. And
gotcha.
Yeah, it was Halo when I was 6.
That's funny. I grew up in a Nintendo and then PlayStation home. We never did Xbox. Xbox. I've actually really had very little interaction with Xbox. So I can't say I've never played Halo. I've played Halo, but for all of 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm like, screw this. I don't like this game. This is terrible. So I prefer watching somebody play Halo than actually playing it myself. That's one of those games that I would watch like my brother and his buddies play, because especially the local multiplayer, because they would do LAN parties when they were younger. And so that was a lot of fun, just kind of hanging out and watching, even though I was the babysitter is essentially what it was. There's almost 7 years difference between me and my brother. So I was the babysitter. So I just watched. I was like, all right, I'll watch y'all. It's fine. I don't want to play that game.
Yeah.
That's cool though. Oh my god, I love that it is Halo. Not that it's just Halo, but it's Halo at the age of 6. Because
like everyone's game is like, oh, it was like
Super Mario Brothers,
Mario, or like Spyro, and I'm like, yo, it's Halo. Like,
she went hardcore at an early age, man.
I went all in.
So how long have you been streaming, and what actually got you into streaming?
So I've been streaming officially for a little bit over a year. I started officially last August, because I did some like one-off streams before that, but that was when I was either living in a dorm or in like a place with really bad internet. So I was like streaming off my Xbox directly, and then when I moved into my own apartment in Austin, I was like, no one's here. I can stream whenever I want.
I don't have to borrow the internet. I don't have to beg for the internet. Yeah, I don't have to share bandwidth. What?
Exactly.
That's awesome.
So, started in August, still off my Xbox, and then off my like really old PC that was about to like kill itself probably. And then I built my own PC in October last year. So.
Oh, nice. So it's definitely ready to get some good streaming.
I made it ready to stream games. But what got me into streaming is I started watching Twitch probably like 2015, I want to say.
Okay.
Like early 2015.
So that was probably right around the time. That's right around the time it became Twitch. Like after it was Justin TV, I think.
Yeah, it was still fairly new, and people were like talking about people that I was like following on Twitter were like, I'm gonna stream on Twitch now, and I was like, I'll watch you. And I was like, this is so much fun. And I was like, I want to do this because I love video games, But still being in college and all that stuff, I was like, well, I can't really do it right now. So I was kind of like making this game plan almost for like when I started. Nice. I was like, I'm gonna have everything ready when I start streaming. Like,
I'm gonna be professional from day one.
Day one, gonna start. I'm gonna have everything. And I didn't have everything.
I had a horrible computer when I started, actually.
Yeah.
Everybody tries. Like, I love. It's funny. Okay, so you are Imkaylamarie, and then I had Imkaylamarie T, who also, she was like, I wanted to have everything up and ready before I started streaming. So like from day one, her stream was like so smooth and so nice. I'm like, what the hell, Kayla?
Yeah.
No, you have to grow from somewhere. She's like, nah, that's not me. Nah. So
yeah.
What is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you while streaming?
Man, I don't know, because...
Somebody in chat goes, go pro or go home.
Yes.
Minalia, yes. I actually like that. I'm gonna make that the go pro or go home. That might be the podcast title. Go home.
It's a good one.
I like it.
In terms of embarrassing things, I can't really think of anything that like happened like IRL, because I mean, I live alone, so I don't have the like risk of someone like walking in, and like saying something. And I have a cat who is always around, but people know him, and
it's a cat.
He's not embarrassing at all. But I mean, like, I guess like in games, I am notorious for being a really bad driver in video games.
Yes!
Especially on PC. Console is better because it's easier to drive on console, but PC, I'm like trying to like turn and it's like skidding around and like.
You fishtail more because it's more sensitive on PC.
Yes, exactly.
You would do well in our most dysfunctional group because none of us can drive.
And I've had like times where it's just been like just off cliffs. Like I remember I was playing Far Cry 3, I think, and I got into a car because I was like, I gotta go to the spot like really quickly to this mission. So I got in a car and I was like, all right guys, we're in time, I'm ready. Off a cliff. Just instantly. Just floored it off the cliff. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I will walk. So, the one constant in like any game I play, it's like, there's a car. Oh boy.
Nice. I love it. I don't know, like, unless you play racing games and stuff, like, I play American Truck Simulator, and it's so funny, because I used to watch I watched Hugsy play American Truck Simulator for such a long time, and she's terrible, and she's, like, notorious for it, right? And then I started playing it, and I'm like, oh no, it is that easy to flip these damn trucks. Yeah. So now I'm getting the crap because it's like, oh, okay, yeah, these are harder than I thought, even with the wheel. So if you like driving games, I highly recommend American Truck Simulator. You'll flip a lot.
I think I have a code for that game. I'm pretty sure I got it from work.
As crazy as it sounds, when we were moving from Atlanta to California, it made me want to play the game.
Yeah.
I was driving through areas because it's all West Coast, and so it goes from like California up to Oregon. They just released Oregon, and then they have New Mexico and Arizona. So when we hit Arizona, when we hit New Mexico, I was like, oh my god, that It's just like the game. I'm such a freaking nerd. So, so what do you have a memorable moment that's not embarrassing but is like really memorable?
Yeah, I mean, there's like a couple. I mean, obviously, like my first affiliate stream was really nice, because I actually got subs, which I was like,
yeah,
what?
Nice.
I was like, no, stop.
That's such a crazy feeling.
And then I did a 12-hour stream for New Year's last year. And
those are fun.
The whole thing. I did it with one of my mods, which helped a lot.
Yeah.
And so we played like PUBG, we played Jackbox, we played Saints Row, a lot of PUBG, mostly PUBG, and we
PUBG.
were done by the end of it. Like,
now, did you start and then end at midnight your turn, or did you? Okay, all right.
Yep, we started at 12 a.m. or 12 a.m. God, started at 12 p.m. and then went until midnight. And originally, she and I were like, "Oh, we're gonna like hang out after the call and like keep chatting," you know, because she lives in Australia.
Oh,
so
geez.
She was shooting from like midnight to 12 her time, or maybe it was like 1 to 1. I don't remember, but it was like 12 hours ahead of me basically. And by the end of it, we were both like, "Good night."
Yeah. Was that your first 12-hour stream?
It was, yeah.
It's taxing. I think I can sit and probably do a 4 to 5 hour stream depending on what I'm doing. Maybe 6 hours, like no problem. But once I hit that 6 hour mark, it's like, okay, I'm starting to feel it. I definitely start feeling it. And I think
at like a point in it, I ordered pizza. Because I was like, I need to eat something, but I don't want to like cook, obviously. So I was like, Domino's.
I also did a 12-hour stream for New Year's Eve, and they're fun. Like I had a blast doing but I co-streamed with Imkaylamaire, who lives on the West Coast, and I was still on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So we did it where we would hit it for both of us. So we ended up splitting the thing, and oh my god. So every time we hit midnight in each time zone, we would celebrate, right? Yeah, we were wasted and we were exhausted by the end of that stream. So I feel you on the New Year's Eve stream.
No, I've already decided that if she and I do this again, that this time we're gonna go off of her time and I'm gonna be the one who suffers, because she was going from like 1 a.m. on, and I was like, next time I'll do it. Like, I'll do it for you next time. So will we do it? I don't know, but
I've got a friend that I mean, we haven't since I've been moving, and we've had the cross country move and stuff, but her and I used to stream as well. But she did a cross country move and moved from the west side of Australia to the east side of Australia. So now we're even farther apart. So it's so hard to game with my Australian friends. It's so hard.
Yeah, my mod currently lives in the West Coast. She's moving to like Sydney this like January, February, and I'm like even farther away.
I know, right? So what types of games do you tend to stream other than PUBG? I'm sure you stream Halo. Halo?
I've streamed Halo before. Yep. I stream well, I only stream PC games now. Because I keep my consoles for my own personal gaming. Which I just decided to do because I would always feel guilty for not streaming when I was playing a game, and I was like, just need to like
I totally understand that
for myself.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. I decided to play Spider-Man on stream, but I haven't. Every time we stop, I'm like, oh, I can plug up and play. Oh wait, I can't because I promised I would stream it. So I totally get it. I totally get it. Yep.
Yep, so my consoles are all on my TV, so I can just play them whenever I want and not anything. But, so I play PC games. I play mostly FPS games.
I wonder why. I mean, you know, I wonder why. How did I know?
Who knows? But I also like those chill games like Stardew Valley or The Sims, where I can just like put it on and not think about it too much.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like shooter games, you have to like be thinking about it constantly. Whereas games like Stardew, it's just like turn it on. All right, let's go mine. Just like relax.
But, definitely. Yeah. Stardew is so good. It also is not really bandwidth heavy, so
yeah.
When your internet is garbage, it's a good game to play.
Yeah, I played the game originally on my not old laptop, but oldish laptop, and it ran fine. I didn't stream it from the laptop, but the game ran fine, and so now when I stream it, I play like end game stuff because I beat the game basically on my laptop. Yeah. So
you need to get some mods now and like mod it out. Did you know that there's a weed mod so you can grow your own weed on your farm? There is. I know, right? I kind of want to go check out that mod. I'm not gonna lie. It's legal here. I can talk about it now. And it's legal in Canada, and Girlstreamers is based in Canada, so we can talk about it. I'm just kidding. This is a mature stream. We're not gonna, you know. Alright. So what's your favorite thing to stream?
God. Probably PUBG.
Oh, okay. Have you done the Broadcaster Royale for PUBG yet?
I have not, no.
You should check that out.
It's on my list to check out when I kind of come back to streaming.
Right.
But, yeah, it's a lot of... Because PUBG is easy to just do, like, one-off streams in.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, story games is, like, you kind of want to, like, be streaming a lot to, like, finish the story of the game.
Right.
Whereas games like PUBG or even, like, Stardew, like, you just... There's no story to it, so you can just hop in and, like, play it. And then, yeah. And everyone's always like, don't stream PUBG because it's a saturated game. And I'm like, well, I like it. So, I'm going to stream it. I like it.
Look, if you like it, there's no problem with playing it and streaming it.
Exactly.
If that's what you want to stream, do it. Don't let those people talk to you. So what's your favorite game of all times? And what's your favorite game right now? It's kind of a two-part question.
Yeah, I mean, Halo's an easy answer because it's been with me my whole life, basically. It's like that entire franchise. I'm like in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
But probably favorite game right now? Oh, yeah, BioShock Infinite, obviously. Like,
Nice. You want to tell me a little bit about that game? I haven't played it.
Oh, it's so good. Well, it's the third in the series. So
okay.
It's a prequel, technically, so, like, but third release. And it's a shooter. Surprising.
Look, there's no judgment here. I like shooters, so there's no judgment here.
And it is about a guy named Booker who is summoned, taken to this floating city in the sky called Columbia. And he's sent there to find and rescue this girl, Elizabeth. And he doesn't know who she is or why he's there. He just knows that he has to get her and save her. And it's this whole, like, roller coaster, literally, of a plot and emotions. And
oh, wow. So like, it's not multiplayer, it's single player.
It's single player, yep.
Wow.
And it is the one game that I have on every single console.
Wow.
It's that good.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out then. I'll have to check that out. So, do you consider yourself more of a variety streamer or do you focus on one game?
A variety, definitely.
So what do you like about being a variety streamer versus sticking to one type of game or one genre?
It is definitely a lot more reflective of who I am as a gamer, because I play basically every genre at least once in my life.
Yeah.
Obviously some more than others, but I don't want to like limit myself to like one thing, because I don't want to end up getting burned out on that game or that genre, and then but then being like, oh, but I only stream shooters, so I have to play a shooter, but I don't really want to play a shooter, and so it's a lot better just for me as a gamer to be able to be like, all right, tonight we're gonna play Stardew, and then next year we're gonna play PUBG, and next year we're gonna do IRL, and it's like it's a lot easier for me to like not stress about it.
Yeah. So. I agree with you. I don't think you get burnt out quite as easily when you give yourself. I personally prefer the variety thing. Now, I will get stuck on like a game and play the same game for a week or two, but and then I'll move on to another game. But that's just me. Like, I focus on one thing at a time. I'll focus on one thing like hardcore, and then I'll move on, right?
Yeah.
So, it's almost the end of the year. Is there anything that's coming out this year that you're excited about, or next year?
Everything.
Are you as excited about Red Dead Redemption 2 as I am?
Yes.
And we're gonna be at TwitchCon!
I am excited, and I am so sad that I can't play it on release because I'm in.
I know. Like, so much of me wants to go. I'm just gonna bring my PlayStation 4 anyway and just download that shit, right? Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like landing on Monday, coming home, going home and being like, all right, Red Dead.
I still gotta do the pre-order stuff so that I can get all the sweet gear.
I haven't bought it yet because I'm waiting for that, birthday money to come in.
Right?
Like,
you got till the weekend. You got till next weekend. You're good.
Exactly.
That sweet birthday money will come in, and then you can go, all right, PlayStation 4. Or, no, wait, are you going to get it on Xbox or PlayStation?
Oh, I haven't decided yet. Probably No, I haven't decided yet. Probably PlayStation, actually.
Yeah, that's a conundrum. You could just get it on both and be done with it,
Yeah.
Who's got $160 so that?
Not me.
And that's if you just get the 80. That is if you just get the deluxe one. I know there's the $100 one too, but I want the $99 version, but I don't have $99. So, because I want a little bit extra stuff, I'm gonna get the middle ground one because that's the best one I can get, which is the $79 one. But I can't wait. I'm so excited, and I will legit be streaming that forever now because although I keep seeing these memes, and I saw this one meme, and this guy said my girlfriend was getting too hyped for Red Dead Redemption 2, so I had to give her the box, the hype box, and their hype box is No Man's Sky because that game, turned out to be really shit. And I was like, oh, that's so cruel.
Oh, no.
He's like, they're like, we make each other hold this box to remind us of being overhyped. I'm like, oh, I need to not let myself get so hyped.
Yeah, but I mean, like, everything, like Red Dead,
There's a lot of good games coming out.
Hitman 2, Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Spyro. Excited for Spyro. Excited for Pokemon.
I know. I'm really excited for the Spyro trilogy stuff too. Like that just looks, and the Crash Bandicoot did very, very well, and it they did a great job with that too. Like it looks beautiful. They did such a good job.
And I never played Spyro growing up because I didn't have a PlayStation growing up. So like, I'm excited to just actually go to like sit down and play it for the first time.
Ooh, you get to experience it for the first time. Nice. I played it, but I never completed it, and I only played like one, I think, because my cousin had a PlayStation 2 at the time. That was before we got a PlayStation 2, and then she ended up getting rid of her PlayStation 2, and so I never got to finish it. So so yeah, I'm excited for that too. There's so many good games. 2019 is gonna like break my bank with all the games that are coming out.
Yeah, it's like me every E3 I make like a list of games that I'm interested in. Not that I'm gonna buy necessarily, but just that I want to like keep tabs on.
Yeah.
And it's just like a page long, and I'm like, with what money?
Right?
I'm gonna buy all these games.
We did the E3 coverage on the Cosmic Bulletin, and this is the first E3 that I actually sat down and really focused. Like I've always kind of kept up with E3, but never actually truly like zoned in and said, okay, what is actually coming out?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was a 7-hour cast because we did it live.
Yeah.
Because there was so much that dropped this year. It was so ridiculous. So ridiculous. So
Halo Infinite.
Oh yeah.
I cried.
Yeah, that was a good trailer.
I just like burst into tears when that trailer happened. I was like, oh my god.
I know, and hasn't the Halo Xbox community been asking for a new Halo game for a while too?
Yeah.
Because when was the last one?
2015.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, yeah. I know my brother was really hyped for that game too.
Yeah, I called my dad and I was like, there's gonna be a Halo game.
You're gonna be playing with your dad online?
Probably.
You should totally make that a stream. That would be hilarious.
Him and my brother to do a stream with me. Do 3-person.
That would be hilarious. There you go. Stream idea. Special stream. It's family game time.
Throwback Thursday.
There you go. So, what is one game that you would want to have a reboot or a remastering of?
Oh God, I mean, I would love for there to be a new BioShock game, but it's unlikely that it's going to happen because the studio, I believe, shut down. But I'm like fingers crossed for it still.
Yeah.
Or even like just a remaster. Well, I mean, they kind of remastered the first two, but it's like the one thing where I'm like, it won't happen, but I'm like, maybe one day they'll give it to me. And I'll be like, thank God, another sequel. But I don't know, in terms of like reboots, I mean, it's coming out now, finally, but Animal Crossing is one that I've been like pushing for. Like, they've got to do it.
Are they straight up rebooting Animal Crossing for the Switch? Like, it's a straight up reboot?
I think they're doing a new one.
Okay, it's going to be a new one. Because I've played the Pocket Camp, but that kind of got a little too mobile gamey for me. And I was like, all right, I'm done with that. And the DS version was too much. I have it, but it was not...
The 3DS version?
Yeah, the 3DS one. Yeah, I have a 2DS. I play everything on it.
Yeah, me same.
I've been playing Pokemon lately because we haven't had internet. Like, I'm just gonna play Pokemon Moon over again and try to 100%.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to announce the, like, next proper Pokemon game as well. Because it's gotta be coming.
Yeah. This last one was actually really, really good, I thought. I really enjoyed this last one. Much better than Omega and Ruby.
Yeah.
It took me longer to actually go through this last one, too. I wasn't... The story, I mean, they're all the same freaking story, but I didn't, like, zoom through it. Whereas Omega, I ended up getting the Omega one. I went so fast through it that... It was like, did I even play a game? Like, I was done in 3 hours versus Moon. It took me, like, a day or two to go through it.
Yeah.
So now I'm going back through it and trying to catch all of the Pokemon. Because I've never actually caught all of the Pokemon, so...
Yeah.
I'm a nerd. I'm a total game nerd. I'm such a dork, man. I love it.
Same.
This is why we're streamers, man.
Exactly.
So, is there a game that you would actually like to play again for the first time? Like, as it was, play the game again as if it were the very first time.
Yeah. I mean, Bioshock Infinite.
I mean, hey, I still haven't played that game, and that is on my to-play list.
It's so good. It's like my one game that I'll like always advocate for, like everyone I meet.
Bioshock games I've seen them, like I've seen people play them and stuff, and they're beautiful games. They're really well done games.
They are.
So, I mean, it is definitely on my to-play list. I really want to play it, but again, I don't have any money. Maybe Christmas, I'll get some money and be able to go, ooh, Steam Winter Sales!
Yeah.
And dump all my money on the Steam Winter Sales.
Yeah, exactly.
So what is the oldest game in your backlog that you have not finished?
Oh, I don't know. There's so many.
Right?
I just, like, get games and I'm like, I'll play that later. Especially through, like, things like games with gold or stuff like that, where it's, like, free games. And I'm like, I'll play it eventually because I have it, but it's not my priority. I don't know. Like, I have all of the Saints Row games in my backlog to play.
Oh, yeah.
Because my friends and I bought them together when they were like $2 each on Steam.
I love the Steam sales, I can't lie. I go broke.
So maybe that one? Because...
That's early 2000s, yeah?
Yeah.
The Saints Row games.
Yeah, probably that one then, because nothing else is, like, older than that, I don't think. I'm pretty sure.
Alright. Yeah, those are some pretty good games you need to complete. Are there any trends that you would actually like to see change within the gaming industry? For example, less microtransactions. I know the general consensus is, yes, we all want less microtransactions. But, do you want to see something different in shooters? Do you want to see something new, inventive? Do you want to see something go away? Like, do you have any cool things that you would like to see happen?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, less microtransactions, more free DLC, please. I hate paying for DLC because it's just like, okay,
I think with the DLC thing, if you pay,
but it's like, as long as it's reasonably priced, I'll do it, and I'm okay with it. But it's like I don't want to pay like half of a game price for DLC because it's like,
Exactly.
No.
Like, I love The
No.
Sims, but because it's EA, it's notorious.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yes.
so freaking expensive. I always wait when that shit's half off because I'm not gonna pay $40 for an expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whole new game, but
I paid $40 for the Sims 4 Cats and Dogs expansion.
Yeah, I did pay full price for that one. That hurt.
I was like, I need it right now on launch day.
Yeah, that one hurt, but like I refuse to pay. I can't. Like, I'm totally with you on the DLC. I think if you pay full price for a game, like $60-$70 or more for a game, I should not have to pay I shouldn't pay $40 for an expansion on that. I mean, if it's a paid subscription like an MMO, that's it's a different type of game.
Yeah.
But when you have a standalone game that is not an MMO and you keep bringing out DLC, it's great. But it shouldn't be $40-$50. Like, that should be a new game if it's going to be that cost, right? Especially if it's DLC that doesn't even add anything really other than cosmetics. So, yeah. But I do, like, we do, on the same hand, like, I want to pay the people who create this DLC, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, they need to be paid, but, like, then wait. If it's just cosmetic, wait for it to be DLC in, like, a big, like, expansion type DLC deal, right? Like, do something like that instead of putting it out in these little bitty things at $40 a pop.
Yeah. So, free DLC, more female protagonists in games, which I think we're getting there. We're doing a lot better in it. But, like,
we have so far to go still. Yeah, we need more.
I want every game.
Every game's been a dude as a protagonist. There's no reason why we can't have every game as a chick as a protagonist or a trans person as a protagonist right now. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Like,
even if it's like a choice, like Assassin's Creed, where there's a choice.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine with me. You know, give us a choice. I'll be like, yes.
I love that you can now play. I love that about Assassin's Creed. Yeah. That was like the one thing that I was like, oh, that might actually be my first Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah. I was like watching the E3 stuff, and I was like, this looks beautiful, but I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game really, so I was like, maybe I'll get it. And then they were like, you can play as a girl, and I was like, I'm getting it.
I also love Greek mythology, so I was like, the new game is like got me hooked.
Yes.
I really want it. And I was talking to my brother before the podcast, and he's like, I've been balls deep in Assassin's Creed this week. It's so great. I'm like, thanks, bro. While he's swinging his almost 2-year-old on the swing set, we're having this conversation. Like, great, bro. Glad to know. So, It's a good game. Comes highly recommended.
That is what I've heard.
From Nim's brother. So, we are now in the part of the podcast where we will get a little bit serious. Gonna take things down a little bit. Who inspires you to be the woman you are today?
Good question. I mean, there's, like, you know, obvious answers, like, parents, or, well, mom, I should say, and kind of female family members, and all my friends who are girls as well. I'm lucky to kind of have a lot of, like, really strong, close female friendships that are, like, you know, always there for me when I need them to be, and supportive of everything that I do and all that. But I guess in terms of, like, not someone that I know personally, Think.
I mean, it can be. I mean, you don't have to know somebody for them to inspire you. I mean,
yeah, no. So I'm like, there's so many, honestly.
Right. One of my favorite ladies, who she's not even alive. I mean, she passed away in the '90s. Was I love Audrey Hepburn, and if you look at her life, like she's so inspirational. So in terms of that, I mean, you know, you've got some amazing, strong women out there that are just powerful and.
I mean, like, I'm thinking of her because I believe it's her birthday today, but Carrie Fisher.
Oh, she's
is one.
Yeah, she's another one.
Like, comes to mind like instantly when someone is like a strong woman, and I'm like Carrie Fisher instantly. Like,
I loved how like open she was about her struggles and how real she is about life, because we don't talk about that stuff. Like, we don't talk about the fact that, you know, women have periods, right? Like, we don't talk, like, that's something, especially, like, I'm from the South, like, you don't talk about that stuff. You don't let people know.
Yeah.
You're supposed to stay home when you're on your period, right? Like, you're not, you know, like, that old mentality of, you don't talk about that, but it's like, if I stayed home on my period, I'd never leave the house but every, like, couple of months, because before I got on medicine, like, because I have PCOS, my periods would last for months and months and months. So there's so many women that, like, I didn't know who struggled with the same stuff, right? Like, so that's a great person to be inspired by. Even with all her faults and stuff, you can still go, yeah, she wasn't perfect, but look at all this other awesome stuff, right?
Exactly.
Because it makes you go, I'm not perfect, but I can still be badass.
Definitely.
I love Carrie Fisher. She's, oh man, I was devastated when I got that news. Oh, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah. Oh,
I know I'm gonna cry with the new Star Wars movie. I'm gonna be a freaking baby.
Oh, me too.
I'm such a freaking baby. But back to one of the comments that you said about the female friendships and stuff. That is, I mean, you and I, there's a significant age difference between the two of us. And that's one thing I struggled with at your age, was having good female friendships. So I think that's amazing that you've been able to find some good, strong female friendships to help, that are not catty, that are not, because it's almost like we're taught that's what we are, so it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. And so you get sucked into it, and then it's like, whoa, wait, why are we doing this? We don't have to do this. So
yeah, and I've been in those kind of friendships before where it just turns into this like whole like catty, like rumor spreading, you know, just like explosion. And it happened to me like 3 times, I think, in my life. And then finally I was like, what's happening? It's
like, what am I doing wrong? Yeah.
Exactly. And so, but I've been lucky that this group has not done that, and we're all kind of mature enough that when we have a problem, we can talk about it.
Right.
And not be like, guess I hate you now.
And see, that's what you need in any friendship, any relationship. You need that freedom to be able to say, girl, you being stupid right now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you need that honesty to be able to grow as a person. And that is so helpful to have friends that do that and help you stay accountable to whatever the hell it is you want to stay accountable to. So I think that's awesome that you were able to find a good, solid group of friends who are, you know, helpful for you in that way, and also inspiring, because it's very inspiring to be around women who are strong and love you and want to see you grow, because you also want to see them grow. Like, I don't think there's there's a thing about being in community. Like, there's a
Mm-hmm.
power in being in community like that. Whether it's
Yeah.
something like Girlstreamers or something where, you know, it's just you and 3 of your best friends, right? Like, there's a power there in being in that like-mindedness, but to the point where, like, diverse enough to where you're able to see other people's views. Like, I don't want to surround myself with, you know, basic white bitches from the South, because they're horrible, right? Like, I don't want to surround myself around people like me. I'd rather be surrounded with younger kids from, you know, other places, or older people from other places, you know, people of color, you know, someone who is, you know, in the LGBT community, all that kind of stuff, right? So that diversity, but also that commonality of being, you know, female or identifying as female is so empowering, especially in today's age.
Yeah.
Like, right now with everything that we're going through. It's so empowering. Sorry, I'm taking over your podcast. This is about
no,
you.
You're good.
So, speaking of communities, what do you like about being a part of Girlstreamers?
God, it's just how welcoming everyone is, especially, like, because I haven't been really active on Twitch or anything in a couple of months. I've been on a hiatus, but
it happens. Like, everybody goes through hiatuses.
Yep. But it's like, I know that, you know, when I pop in and say hi, that I'm going to be greeted and people are going to want to talk to me, and I'm not going to be, like, shunned, because I've, you know, been in chats or Discords or, you know, groups where, you know, life happens and I kind of disappear for a bit, and then I come back and everyone's kind of, like, forgotten about me, so to say. And it's like, it feels harder to, like, get back into it with those kind of groups, because you're like, I guess everyone just moved on, and okay.
I mean, and even if we've forgotten about you, we still welcome you in, you know, in Girlstreamers. Like,
you know, Girlstreamers, everyone's always welcoming and supportive, and, you know, regardless of, like, your experience streaming, you know, no one's gonna be like, okay, the cat's here.
Hello, kitty. It's a ghost.
Like, oh boy.
It's a ghost. It's October.
He's almost black cat. He's almost a black cat, so, you know, maybe. He's dark gray, which is close enough. But yeah, like, no one's, you know, that I've seen, no one's ever been like, oh, you only stream, like, from your console directly? Like, oh, no. Like, everyone's like, you know, like, it's your stream, and, you know, you stream the way you want to stream, and we're going to help you with what you have.
Yeah.
And, which is always nice, because, you know, people out there are, you know, constantly like, to stream you need this, and this, and this, and this, and this mic, and this keyboard, and these games. And it's like, if you have the internet and a computer and a game to play, then you can stream, you know?
There's a lot of elitism that I have noticed, especially at the more professional level, not necessarily with, like, Twitch partners, but what I've seen in, like, the casting, like, the people who actually shoutcast the games and stuff. I've seen, not everybody, but I've seen some elitism there, and it kind of filters, because they see this, because you see this elitism, and then it kind of filters, and it's like, why does it matter that this person's internet isn't great? It's good enough to stream and play the game. So what's wrong with that? Or, you know, it's not the greatest rig, but, you know, they're streaming pretty solid. It's a pretty solid cast. Like, what's wrong with this, right?
Yeah. Like, when I was streaming at the beginning with my really old PC, I was, like, dropping frames constantly. I mean, it wasn't, like, bad to the point where I couldn't stream, obviously, because I was still streaming, but it was, like, skipping, and, just like, my internet was fine. It was just the computer that was on. It just couldn't handle it. But I did it because I liked it. And my chat at the time were all my friends. So they didn't care, you know? Like, they weren't going to be like, dropped frames, you suck. Like...
Oh, yeah. I've had a couple of those come in as I'm playing in a motel. Streaming it from a motel, and they're like, your stream sucks. I'm like, I'm streaming from a hotel because that's where I live right now.
I'm like, boo-hoo.
I did have one guy come in and say, is there a reason why your bit rate's kind of low? And I'm like, yeah, because I'm streaming from a motel because that's where I live at the moment. He's like, oh, that's cool. And then he stayed. I was like, rad. Oh my god, my dog! I felt my dog's tail hit my back, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Oh my god. Oh yeah, you can see the other dog like just hanging out in the video. Usually you can't see these guys. Yeah, no, I love that you feel that welcoming, because that's what we really strive for, especially those of us in management. We really strive to make it feel homey, because we do have a lot of girls in the thing, but we also, like, we have a lot of girls who come in and out and who take breaks and who go away for a year and then come back after a year, and they're like, hey, I'm back. I haven't streamed forever, but I want to get back into it. And it's like, you know what? Cool.
Yeah.
Let's get you on it, right? Like, it's because real life happens, and some people do this just part-time just to make friends, and some people do it professionally, and you can't expect everybody to be at the same level, and you can't expect everybody to produce at the same level, but you can still benefit from those at the various levels. Like, you can like, I learn from people who have been streaming less than I have, like, all the time. And from people who've been streaming longer than I have. Like, but you have to be open to wanting to learn that.
Exactly.
And I mean, you've had a lot going on. Like, you're about to start back at school, right?
I am. Yep.
I just saw the kitty go by.
Yeah, the kitty is currently in, like...
She's in that, like, let me run around mode, isn't she?
Yeah.
So, what is your greatest challenge or obstacle that you have had to overcome in your life so far?
Oh, man. I mean, like... The easy answer is, like... going through anxiety and depression and all that fun stuff.
I don't know. I'm still going through that. I don't know that that's an easy answer.
It's same. It's still happening. And just all that comes with it, you know, because there's a whole thing that comes with that. But just kind of like, I mean, that, and then, well, I guess everything kind of came out of that, really. Which is kind of why I stopped streaming for the past couple of months, because I just was like, I don't feel like in the mood to stream ever, because to stream you kind of have to be in this like mindset of streaming, and I was like, I don't really feel like I can do that for 3 hours a night.
When you can't focus because of depression, streaming is not good. Like, it's really hard to get into that, because especially if you have an active chat, you know, you can tell when someone is zoned out, and it doesn't make for good entertainment, and it's not good on your psyche when you're trying to do that, when the rest of your brain is like, no, I don't want to, but you're trying to force it. That's not good.
So I just, like, I took off, like, the past 2 months. I was like, I'm just not going to stream. And I tried to come back, like, mid-September, but I was like, nope, still can't do it. So, but it's actually, like, not streaming for 2 months has made me even more excited to come back to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
because
it does.
I miss it a lot, but just life kind of happened, and it was better for me to not stream than like stream once a week or once every 2 weeks or whatever. So, but now, especially with all the games coming out soon, I'm like, I have stuff to play. I have a new desk that I can stream from.
You gotta get that desk set up, girl.
My life is somewhat sorted out more than it has been, so it's like kind of like the stream reboot.
Yeah.
That I'm excited for.
That's awesome. That's totally. I mean, like I was telling you in the pre-show, I've been out of internet for 5 days or 4 days because the hotel we were staying at didn't have any internet, and this is the first time I've been able to actually stream, and it's so nice, and it's only been 4 days for me, so I can understand where you're at. Like, yeah, I'm ready to get going. I'm good to go now. I've had that. Sometimes you need that like reboot, that refresh.
Yeah.
That totally makes sense. If you could give your past self like 1 to 2 words of advice from the wisdom that you have gained up until now, what would they be?
Don't go to school for theater.
Yeah, I can. So, okay, we talked about this in the pre-show, but so you went to school for theater, but you're gonna go back to school for veterinary school, or you're gonna go back to veterinary school.
Yep, veterinary nursing school. Yep.
And that's kind of what you wanted to do in the beginning.
Yeah, when I was little, I would tell everyone that I was going to be a vet when I grew up, because I loved animals, and I still do. I'm the person who was like, I want to have 20 cats and 30 dogs. They'll all be mine.
I want 100 acres so I can have like tons and tons and tons of animals on it and take care of them. Yeah.
But speaking of animals.
What's up, kitty?
Hi, Bucky. Hello, Mr. Me. But yeah, it was like, it was a combination of, when I was little, I thought being a vet was just petting animals.
That would be the best job ever.
and then it wasn't that, and I didn't really have like a good experience with high school math and science, just like teacher wise and like class wise. So I was like, I hate math and science. And I got into theater around that time, and I was like, I love theater, and I wanted to do theater legitimately for a long time. Obviously because I went to school for it in college. But like sophomore year of college, around that time, I was like, I don't really want to do theater anymore. but I was already on that track to finish early.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to change majors.
Right.
Especially because like going, like change to something that's like, you know, pre-med or like pre-vet or anything in that like area, it just adds so much.
Oh, definitely.
And so I was like, I'll graduate, and then I wasn't going to do it for a long time because I graduated college in 2018. And I was like, maybe I'll do theater, maybe I'll do film, you know, and then like one day, like probably like a month and a half ago, I was like, I wanted to be a vet. And then of course it was this whole thing of like, because that's expensive, you know, and I don't really want to move again. because I don't like moving. And
That's
I work
the worst.
And I work full time, so I was like, okay, how can I do this with my life? And so I found an online program for veterinary nursing.
Cool. Very cool.
So I am doing that, and then that'll be 3 years probably if I go part-time.
But it'll be easier to work with what you've got going on.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the advantage to online schools now. And a lot of, like, even accredited schools, like, big schools, like, you know, LA, you know, UCLA, UGA, all of them, like, University of Alabama, as we were driving through, I heard so many commercials on the radio of their new online programs. So many of those bigger schools are going online, so you don't have to go to, like, University of Phoenix. You can actually go to an accredited school.
Exactly. And I looked at, because my, the community college here in Austin has a veterinary nursing program. So I looked at that one because I was like, I live in Austin. But again, with working full time,
right,
it'd be like I had to like change my entire work schedule like every day based on classes. So it was just easier to do it online and kind of block out time in my week where I can like be like, okay, this is my school time.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, definitely. That's awesome though. That's really cool. And it'll be a cool little adventure to I like adventures, so it'll be a cool adventure for you to go on. And then you can do IRL streams of you studying, because that's actually a really popular thing right now.
That's in my plan to do, because I'm like note taking.
Right? I didn't know it was a thing until Miss DJM said, we were talking about it, I don't know, over the summer. She was like, did you know that studying is a thing now in Japan, like IRL studying streams? I was like, what? There are YouTube channels that are partnered with YouTube, and all these guys do is study. But I totally get it, because, like, when you're studying, like, I studied better when there were other people around. I cannot study by myself. So it gives you that opportunity to be able to have that library feel, right?
Yeah.
Without being in the library. So, and if you want to, like, have a conversation with the live streamer a little bit, you can have a conversation with them. It's nuts, but I totally get it. Like, I actually get it on some level. So, there you go. You got your IRL streams right there.
Yep.
So what trait of yours are you most proud of, and what is your greatest insecurity?
Probably most proud of probably my ability to empathize with people. I've always been very emotional in like everything.
That'll make for a good veterinary nurse.
Yep.
It will. It will.
Yeah, no, it definitely will. But yeah, just I have this like ability to kind of like relate to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, and I can be like, okay, I get it. Like I haven't been through that stuff that you're going through, but like, you know,
you can totally imagine.
I can understand. Yeah, I can understand why it's affecting you in this way, and like all that stuff. Hello, Bucky.
The cat's like, I'm done with you talking. Give me attention now.
Just wants constant.
I don't know if you can hear my dogs tipping.
I can.
Okay, it's we need to get their nails trimmed, but we have not had a chance to find a vet around here. But they need their nails need to be trimmed, and it drives me nuts because they'll get up in the middle of the night to get water, and I'm like, stop walking, because I will wake up like that. Anyway. So, I think that is a great characteristic to have, because I mean, in any kind of medical field, whether it be vet or like people, whether it's animals or people, you need to be able to empathize with your clients, with your patients. And yeah, your patient is the animal, but your patient is really the animal's owner.
The owners, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's a great trait to have, especially in that area, because I ain't gonna lie, like, these are my babies. I don't want somebody who's gonna just be like, your dog's dying. Like, asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, like my cat, I've had him basically since he was born. He's almost 3 now, and I'm like, this is my child.
Yeah. Like... So what would you say is your greatest insecurity?
Oh God. Probably, I mean, like, I'm trying to think, because, like, you know, stuff like being shy has always, like, affected me, and it's gotten better by far since, like, becoming an adult. But, like, as a kid, I would, like, much rather be the person who would, as a kid, I was the person who would, like, sit in the corner and read during class and, like, during recess. And I had friends, you know, but I was like, groups, especially like assigned groups in school.
Those are the worst. Those are the worst.
I'd be
just
like,
hands down.
I'd be like, I don't know any of you. I'd be like, I only trust my friends and you are not my friend. But then of course, because I was like the good student, I would do all the work.
Right?
Because I was like, well, none of you guys care. So
I'm not gonna get a bad grade because y'all suck. That was me. You're the kid that I would have like gone up to during recess and said, "Hey, what you reading? Do you want to play?"
Yeah.
Because I was that kid growing up. I was the one that was like, "Oh, they look lonely. Let me go see if they want to play." And then if you said, "No, I'm good. I'm reading this book. I'm cool." It'd be like, "All right, cool. Well, if you ever want to hang out." That was me. I probably would have like really intimidated you as a child. And I've totally toned that down since then.
Yeah, and it's like I've obviously gotten better with like going to college and like having a like job, you know, and
streaming actually
still,
I would imagine has helped.
Yeah, but even like just in general, like meeting new people in real life, I'm like
so you gotta prepare yourself for TwitchCon, huh?
Yeah. I've got like rehearsing some I had to like say, and like especially going to like any sort of like fan meetup type thing. I'm like and then I leave and I'm like, what was that? Like, no.
Well, if you make it to the Girlstreamer meetup, you don't have to say anything. You can just be like, and we'll be like, "Hey, what's up, Kayla? Join us for the picture. Just smile. You don't have to say anything. And then here's your pen." Yeah, by the way, if you come to the Girlstreamer meetup, we have special pins for you. We will have special pins. So you should definitely come. I'm not pushing people to come to the Girlstreamer meetup at all. So, have you ever been trolled?
Yeah, though nothing like terrible yet. I'm sure it's coming.
Just FYI, we were trolled earlier in chat, so I mean, I don't know if you saw that. Here. I was like, oh, there's some trolls. Erin's here. She's got this.
Yeah, nothing bad. It's usually people who are like coming in oh, a girl, or I'll be playing like PUBG, you know, and I'll lose because I lose at PUBG, and they'll be like, oh, you lost, and I'd be like, I did, thank you, I was one playing.
I lost? But... What? I didn't win? What?
Oh,
are you serious?
I thought I won.
I thought that meant I won. You got killed by so-and-so? I thought that means I win. I'm the first to die, that means I win, right?
So I play the game. Look, I play PUBG where I'm like, if I can get top 50, then I've succeeded.
Right? Right? Like, squads, if we hit top 5, we have won. That is winning for us. Top 10, we did good. We did good. Single player? Yeah. If I'm not the first one to die in single player, I've won the game for me.
Exactly.
I love that game so much, though. Even with all its glitches, I just have way too much fun with that game.
It's just so fun to play.
So you don't have like any you just basic trolley crap that you deal with.
And it's always stuff that I'm just like, really?
Right? Like... Yeah. I know some people have some trolley.
And I play video games and I'm okay at them. Like,
yeah.
That's kind of my thing, is being okay at them.
Like, I'm okay-ish. This is great. Yeah. Need a shirt that says, I play games and I'm okay at them. Isn't there a shirt that says something like... Crap. I swear, there's like a shirt that says something like, have an okay day, or I'm having it... I don't know. There's... Anyway, I'm gonna move on because my joke was lost because I don't remember it. What advice do you have for new people at getting into streaming? That segue was so bad, but in a good way.
I mean, kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier, just do it. Like, if you have the ability to do it and you want to do it, then do it. And at first, you know, don't worry about numbers, because, like, unless you're like something crazy, you know, you're not gonna be getting like 100 plus viewers on your first stream,
right?
You know, but do it because you love gaming or art or whatever you're gonna stream. And that's what I did. Is I started because I love video games, and you know, now I am here and still streaming, and I've grown. I'm not anywhere near like professional level. I don't really think I'll ever be, or like want to be at this point in my life. But, you know, it's like, if you want to do it and you have the ability to do it, even if it's like a short, you know, low quality type thing, then like, just do it. Like,
just do
go
it.
live.
What's what's his face? He went crazy.
Shia LaBeouf.
Thank you. I'm like, why do I keep wanting to say Sean? I know it's not Sean. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Okay, I'm sorry. That is my favorite, and I love that he did it on a green screen.
Yeah.
So I love all the things that came out of that.
Just listen to Shia.
Crazy Shia is brilliant, though. It's so true. That whole thing. Just do it. Okay, if there, I don't know. That's a good podcast name too. All right. If there was one person, past or present, that you could have dinner with tonight, who would it be and why? It can be fictional, non-fictional, dead, alive, current, you know, dying. I mean,
this is like the one question that I never have an answer for. So I'm like, well, everyone. I don't know, like, I mean, I would love to go, you know, again, kind of going back to, like, have lunch or dinner with Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Just to, like, even just to, like, thank her for everything.
Yeah.
You know? Thank you. Like, you did a lot for me.
Yeah.
And it means a lot. And, so yeah.
Carrie Fisher, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
She'd be one of those that I think would actually be really fun to just have dinner with.
Yeah.
I bet she would have been a cool lady to just hang out and have dinner with.
Yeah.
So we've actually got a couple questions here. So I've got one last question for you, and then I'll go to the questions. If you guys in chat that are hanging out have any questions in the live portion, just type !podcast and you can actually enter your question for us, and we'll get that in right before we end. What is your strongest passion outside of streaming?
Animals.
What?
Animals.
Animals, okay.
All animals.
I thought you said anal for a second in a weird accent, and I was like, what? I mean, this is a mature stream, but not that kind of stream. What? Animals. Okay, alright. Now I want to put anal as the podcast title, but I'm not.
Just only anal.
Just anal. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's great. So we've got two questions from Lady Goggles, and I really like this first question. Where do you see the future of women streaming heading? I actually like both of these questions. Both of these questions are great.
The future in women streaming?
Yeah, future of women streaming. Where do you see the future of women in streaming heading? I would add on to that and say, where do you see the future of women in gaming and streaming? Because I think they kind of can come together.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I would hope that eventually, we're going to have more women streamers, professional women streamers, and especially in, like, big games, because obviously there are professional women streamers right now, but I feel like a lot of, like, the esports kind of community is
I'd love to see
still
more
very
women.
male dominated, and I mean I don't do esports because I'm not really a competitive person, but I would love to have more girls to cheer for and kind of like follow through that area of gaming, and I love
there's kind of a disconnect of not having someone that looks like you up there, right?
Exactly.
There is kind of a disconnect because you're like, oh, they're all dudes and they're all mostly Asian dudes up there, or I mean that's it's true, like it's mostly, even the American esports leagues have a lot of Asian. They bring it. It's like baseball. They bring people from all over to play in baseball, but they're not actually American. So so yeah, like it is. There is definitely a disconnect, and like for example, Overwatch, Shanghai Dragons. I was so excited because they hired their first female. They brought on a female to be on their team, and they don't even play her. And I'm like, why did you bring her on?
Yeah.
If you're not going to play her, is she not good enough to play? Then why the hell did you bring her on to play? Like, don't do it just to pander to women.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I'm with you on that. I would really like to, because I am a competitive person. I used to play softball, so I still get that,
Mm-hmm.
like, I love the competition, right? Um,
Yeah.
I would love to see more ladies in esports.
Yeah.
And Lady Goggles' second question is, what are your thoughts on the changes that Twitch has made, such as the tags, the removals of communities? What do you think about the updates? I mean, especially being gone for a couple of months, like it's almost like it's almost like an overhaul, completely new Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's it's like one of those things where I'm like, I get what they were doing, but they didn't do it right. And especially like losing communities because I'm in a couple communities, including the GirlStreamers one, but there's no tag for it now, or like really anything that I'm part of community wise. There's no tag for it,
Right.
so I can't find people as easily through that community unless I like go through Discord or like go through all their Twitters and all that stuff. But it's like I just want to like be able to like click on a tag on Twitch and be like, okay, here's who's live playing that in that community. But now it's like, and even just like the tags, like there's so many tags that you would think they would have, but they don't. And it's like,
yeah, because we were actually talking about that at the beginning.
Yeah.
In the pre-show, like they don't have horror, they don't have indie, they don't have chill as tags, and those are like 3 huge communities and huge, like, especially indie and horror. Like, what the hell? Why is there not an indie and horror tag? Like,
right?
People love horror games, and they love watching people play horror games, especially people like me who scream like a little bitch. And there's so many indie, like, that is like not showing any indie developer love at all if you don't have an indie. Like, what the hell? Like, there's so many tags that should exist that don't exist. And I'm with you on the community thing. Like, they said that the communities thing did not. You only got like 3% viewership with the communities thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know the numbers, so I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know the analytics on that, but I feel like they could have kept the community tag system and just broken up IRL and creative the way they broke it up, because those are good. Like, IRL and creative kind of became a catch-all, whereas there's so much more under creative now and so much more under IRL that you need separate tags for a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, that was like the one thing that I actually liked, because I'd go into IRL or creative and I'd be like, I want to find someone who doing X, Y, or Z, but it'd be like, gotta scroll through everyone else to find them, and like,
yep,
it was so hard to browse those categories because they were just so full of people doing like literally anything, you know. And whereas now I can be like, I want to watch a music stream, okay,
exactly,
I want to watch a painting stream, okay, like,
yeah, I love those changes that they created, and I think that that with the old community tags, not the stupid hashtag things, would have worked better. Like, I think those two would have combined better than what they have with the hashtag thing now. Because I would look up people that use the, Girlstreamers tag and used like unified streamers and a couple of other communities that I was in, like whichever community I was in. It was nice to be able to, and that's almost like what the hashtags are, but they're not user generated now. Which I understand.
Yeah, because that would get,
because they're like positivity. You could use positivity, and it was like 100,000 people viewing positivity, right? So I can, the only thing I can assume is they wanted to try and narrow it a little bit more, but in doing so, they've completely alienated those communities that are actually really large, like the chill streams, like the horror community, like the indie game community. Like,
exactly.
Sorry, some of these tags are just gonna be really fucking big. You're just gonna have to deal with it because they're really popular. So yeah, that's where I stand on that. That was a great question, and it garnered great. That was actually a really good discussion question. Thank you for that question, Lady Goggles. And not my final question. The final question from chat is from Aaron Gilbrach. Your favorite guilty pleasure movie or TV show? What's your favorite guilty pleasure right now?
Well, like right now, I really like Venom, the movie.
Oh, have you seen it? Okay. No spoilers. Is it good?
I won't spoil it. It's good bad, if that makes sense.
Okay. Like, yep.
Like, I acknowledge that it is in no way a good film, but I loved it.
Nice.
I left and I was like, amazing.
I love it. That's probably why the critics are saying it's a bad film, because critics look at it from an analytical point of view. They don't look at it from its actual entertainment value, and I think that's part of the issue with critics, because I think, and here's my opinion when it comes to, I really shouldn't get on the soapbox because this is what I do for a living. Critics should probably have maybe a 5-year span, and then they should move on to doing something else, because after about 5 years you're desensitized and you get no entertainment anymore. You lose your entertainment from movies because you have watched so many movies in the span of 5 years that you now just watch it for its technical stuff. So your opinion does not include that entertainment that it did when you were first a critic. Exactly. So I don't actually, like, I know there are people, you know, they're critics for years and years and, you know, for a lifetime, but it's like you've been critiquing movies for 20 something years, but yet you have missed the mark on movies for the last 10 years because you forget what people are going to enjoy. Like, I get to that point when I'm watching movies, and I, like, one of my favorite ways to watch movies is actually at the drive-in, because I am able to immerse myself, because it's an experience for me to go see the movie, versus just going to the theater or just watching it on a TV at home, because I ingest movies and film and TV all the time because I have to for my job, that I do get desensitized. And so I think that's the problem with critics, is they get desensitized to what the actual entertainment value is. So
exactly.
That's good to know that it is one of those that it's not the greatest, but it's still entertaining.
Because like everyone that I've talked to who's seen it has loved it. And I'm like,
and there's nothing wrong. Like, there's nothing, not every movie has to be an Oscar award-winning movie. Sometimes you just want an explosion, right? Michael Bay is perfect for those.
Exactly.
Right? You don't want a complex story. You just want to see some good explosions, right? So, sorry. I could sit and I could probably have a film podcast and just talk about film all day long. So where and when can we find you streaming?
Well, you can find me twitch.tv/Imkaylamarie, and I'm currently not streaming for the next couple of weeks with TwitchCon and everything, but
understandable.
You know, but my schedule when I come back, I believe, is going to be Sunday, Wednesday and Friday.
Okay.
Question mark on the Fridays. I will have a firm schedule on Twitter.
Okay, you just cut out. I'm sorry, my internet just cut you out. You will have a firm. You will have it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
But it'll be starting about 7:30 p.m. Central Time.
Cool. Awesome.
So.
Thank you so much for joining me. This has been a blast.
Thank you.
It's been a great conversation. I am so sorry for taking 10 minutes to get the audio decided to go out, so we were a little late for the podcast. But thank you so much for hanging out, and I'm glad to see you coming back to streaming, and I can't wait to meet you at TwitchCon. It'll be super exciting. This has been a Girlstreamers podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Girlstreamers is partnered with Loot Crate, Simple Jerky, UN Racing Chairs, Glomtom, Sennheiser, and now Humble Bundle. And links to all these amazing partners are down below, so please feel free to click. Thanks, guys, for all your support. Please follow us at Girlstreamers on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, player.me, and remember, if you are listening live, Twitch is twitch.tv/girlstreamers_INC. If you have any questions or would like more information, you can visit our website at girlstreamers.com and contact us through there. You can also subscribe to us on Twitch or GameWisp, and don't forget, you do get access to our Discord fan channel, and you can buy some super cool gear in our online shop at designbyhumans.com/shop/girlstreamers. Right now, we are featuring our spooky Halloween shirt that was designed by, oh my gosh, I just forgot her, Chara Masita. Almost forgot her name. And you can find Kayla at Imkaylamarie T on Imkaylamarie tweet. I added two girls together. Damn you, Kayla Maries. Damn you. Okay. You can find her at Imkaylamarie on Twitter. IMKAYLAMARIE, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/ImKaylaMarie. IMKALAMARIE. And our next podcast will be after TwitchCon on November 11th with Erin Gobrock. Because I was in the middle of moving, we had to push her podcast back. So she has been very gracious and letting me push it back to November. Thank you, Erin. So it will be right here, same time. This podcast is a part of the Two Lazy Dogs Media Group and the Girlstreamers community. Encourage, support, grow.